Hey, what's up? Welcome back again. You're now chilling with
Jay.
MP.
Okay.
I hope you had a good holidays and all that. Merry Christmas and all that good stuff.
Yep. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Now we about to bring in a new year.
Yep.
Come on, 2022.
Hot.
Is it hot?
It's hot.
Are you sure?
I believe it's hot.
Believe. Okay. So today's topic is: do you think there's a time limit to rekindle a relationship? It doesn't have to be like a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. We're specifically talking about family or friends.
Yeah, family. I mean, anything. It could be anything. Family, friends, relationships, anything. Oh,
I think there's a depth when you go into like a personal relationship that you had with a significant other, and I mean significant other meaning boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance. There's
yeah.
that's a whole nother, valley to travel down. So I want to narrow it down to specifically friends and family because they kind of, in my opinion, almost in the same boat. Come on, the
No,
question.
is there? I don't think there's a time limit, but I think there's a time where you move on. You feel me? It's almost like if you're a person that you was trying to make something work, right? Like if you're in a relationship with whoever, again, like I said, friend, family, um, whatever. If if you've been trying to work things out, right, and this person is not in a space to work things out, time goes on. Me personally, right, and I'm gonna speak on this personally, right. If because I'm a person that it'll bother me knowing that I'm trying to like fix something with someone and they're not ready to fix. It's like how long do you wait to fix that? Like, do you put your feelings to the side and leave them on hold, or do you grow up mentally and say, "Hey, this person obviously I'm not that important to, so I can I can be mature about the situation and say I still care about you, but I have to move on."
Do you think? I'm sorry, because you said you're not that important. So are you saying that you're saying that the person who you're trying to necessarily fix a situation with, you feel as though that you think that they're not that important. That means, I'm sorry, that you're not that important to them to fix the situation.
In my opinion, yeah, because
I mean, I kind of disagree with that.
why?
Because I think that somebody could be important to you, right? But they need time to process.
How much time?
Then that's the question. How
How
much
much
time?
time? How much time do you need to process to fix something with someone that you're important to?
Right,
Because
but then
it's a lot of people I done walked away from. I was like, all right.
okay, but then once again, you have to separate. I think the ideal of somebody being important to you and time for them to process, because somebody could be important to you, like a close family member or a close friend could be important to you, but you're not in the right frame of mind to have a conversation with them because they could be a person who's always super aggressive or a person who's always super emotional, right? So you have to be in the right frame of mind to be able to deal with somebody else's emotions.
So all right, so let's say the example is 6 months too long to wait? Is it a year to wait or years? So you're telling me it doesn't matter the time limit? You think you should still be able to?
I think that um, I think that there is I don't want to say necessarily time limit. I think there's a general time limit that you can put on how you react to somebody trying to rekindle a relationship.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's say a year goes by, it's still kind of fresh. 2 years goes by, remotely fresh, little cold.
That's a little too long for me, but all right.
Two, I mean, a lot can happen in 2 years, right?
Yeah, but
Personal growth, you can't put a time limit on personal growth,
no, you can't.
right? So 2 years, not so fresh, little cold. When you move into, in my opinion, when you move on to 3 to 5, 3 to 6 years, the person who's less necessarily going through that personal growth, in my opinion, has lost the opportunity to necessarily create the relationship or recreate the relationship that once was. I think the other person, in my opinion, has already moved on with their life, dealt with the situation how they needed to handle the situation
without dealing with you.
Exactly, because they weren't able to get the closure from somebody else, and moved on with their life and proceeded to continue to move on with their life. So when somebody else is trying to come back in and get into the space that you guys once were before, it's going to be harder for the other person who already moved on and dealt with the way it wrapped up than the person who went through their journey and came to and say, okay, well, maybe I want to make this work all over again.
So now, me personally, I look at it this way, right? If you're going through your whatever you're going through, right, and we're not communicating, and it takes you forever, and I moved on, don't expect me to come back and be like, okay, to be like, oh, I understand your growth, and yeah, we know, because I was probably going through the same process as the person was. You know what I'm saying to you? But that person, to me, it's almost like you're gonna know who's important to you on how they treat you. You get what I'm saying? So if you see these people treat other people right, that supposedly are important, and you see them get treated, and we're all in the same circle and we're all going through the same situation. If you're how should I say this?
Speak on it, Pete.
No, I'm speaking on it. It's like, so if you're holding this person up in a stool, right, and we're all supposed to be in importance, right, but yet you don't show it, then technically we're not important. We're not important, and then that's something I wouldn't want to work on, because like at the end of the day, like I done had situations with my brothers, my sisters, but we always communicated, right? And I use them because like I can speak on them, because this is my situation with them, and they know, right? I'm not gonna speak on situation, but I'm just speaking on it, like as far as like we went through our trials and tribulations, and we went through our own personal growth. But within that growth, we always spoke. We always kept in contact. We always communicated. We always said, "Hey, I still love you." We went through this.
So the key factor in that relationship
Communication.
was, even though you guys went through your differences, you were still communicating.
Of course, we still communicated.
But there's going to be a difference when, in my opinion, I think that there's also a difference when it's a friend, because a friend, unless you consider your friend family, there's necessarily no ties between the both of you, unless both of you make it a point to say, hey, I'm not ready to mend, but I'm still here, and you're still in my circle. Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah, but I'm gonna say one thing, right? I'm at the age now, like I'm no longer young. My time is precious, right? So if a situation that we got into took months and years for you to have a conversation with me, I no longer choose to interact, because again, I have a family to take care of. I have kids to take care of. The only people that I have that time for is my kids and my wife. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? If we can't fix our situation, like if I can see if we got into an argument a week ago, 2 weeks go by, and then like, hey, I want to touch on that subject. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know what I'm saying? And you coming in a space of showing you still care, right? If I don't see that, to me, you're telling me I'm not important. If you want to reach out 2-3 years later, my brother, I moved on. This friendship and relationship can no longer happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I can say there's a lot of good times and all of that, but I'm in a space where I don't want to interact and lose time and sleep over somebody of thinking like, hey, what's up, what they thinking, because I got my own things to think about and worry about. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if y'all agree or disagree, drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. Would y'all wait 3-4 years to rekindle? Would you wait a year? You know what I'm saying?
Is there a time limit to rekindle?
Is there a time limit? Just comment below. You feel me? And with that is like, hey, peace, love, and happiness to everybody, right?
Happy New Year.
And believe.
Cheers.
And that's a wrap.